Travelers will need to continue wearing masks for at least another few weeks. The CDC extending the federal transportation mask order today.
The order, which was supposed to expire on April 18th, will now last through at least May 3rd. Western Mass News reporter Lexi Oliver joins us live in studio with more. Lexi?
Chris and Jordan, the CDC says this extra time will be used to gather more information about the BA.2 variant of COVID. Travelers I spoke with think this public health policy is a good one to keep in place. Travelers will need to remain masked up a little longer as the CDC extends the federal transportation mask order through May 3rd. The mandate, which was supposed to expire on April 18th, requires masks on all public transportation, including planes, trains, and buses, and inside places like airports and bus terminals. The agency says the decision was made after closely monitoring COVID-19 data in the U.S. A spokesperson saying in part, quote, "The CDC mask order remains in effect while CDC assesses the potential impact of the rise of cases on severe disease, including hospitalizations and deaths, and healthcare system capacity." Here in the Bay State, the positivity rate has continued to creep upwards since the start of the month. It was 2.57% on April 1st, and this Wednesday has risen to 3.48%. We stopped by Union Station to see how travelers feel about the extension. Alexa Ribeiro travels back and forth to New York City for school, and she says wearing a mask doesn't bother her.
If anything, it makes me feel more safe because I know that it's not mandated to be vaccinated to travel everywhere. So just knowing at least I have protection wearing a mask myself, but also other people wearing a mask.
A sentiment echoed by other travelers we spoke with.
I feel better if I am wearing it, actually.
Yeah.
Especially when you hear the news about this new strain of the virus going around, being so contagious. And the thing is that, I have my vaccines, but you don't know how it's going to hit you.
Orlando Zayas tells us he often flies and has a trip planned to the Caribbean in a couple weeks. He says even if the CDC were to lift the mandate, he'd feel more comfortable keeping it on.
I don't think that because they suspend the mandate that the virus is going to say, okay, I'm not going to infect anybody else because the mandate has been suspended. I go by what I see.
The CDC says it will continue to monitor COVID-19 levels to provide the most up-to-date guidance. Live in studio, Lexi Oliver, Western Mass News.
Lexi.